Good evening everyone and welcome back to day 44 of the Dusty Classic. Today we're starting things off with the Eliminators versus the Gangstaz. Very ECW style match this one, isn't it? We have got New Jack and Mustafa Saeed of the Gangstaz. New Jack in the yellow and black and grey and dark green camo style gear. Mustafa Saeed there with the black trunks and, well, not trunks, the black trousers and black boots. And then of course you've got Cronus and Perry Saturn of the Eliminators. Cronus is the one inside the ring with... He's got Cronus written on his backside, so that helps, I suppose, doesn't it? With the blue and obviously silver. And then Perry Saturn is on the outside, wearing the same attire as Cronus, but the tattoos on his chest. And the word Saturn across his anus. So we're all formally introduced. Also, later on in this episode, we will have the Insane Clown Posse going up against the Inner City Machine Guns. So we're all looking good at the moment. Of course, the winners of these two matches in this episode will move on to third round. And to be honest, I like the Eliminators. If I had a choice, I would like to see the Eliminators and the Inner City Machine Guns go through, because I feel like on paper they are the stronger teams. However, you never know what happens in this game. It throws all sorts of wobblies, doesn't it? So let's just see what the game gives us, I suppose. New Jack now taking up Cronus and dropping him face first, middle of the ring. Of course, all the matches in the Dusty Classic are no disqualifications, no countouts, but pinfalls and submissions must take place inside the ring. Nice handspring back elbow there by Cronus into the corner with New Jack. While Perry Saturn is taking out Mustafa Saeed into that lovely belly. But Perry Saturn was a very, very good wrestler, you know. Very underregarded. Is that a good word? Underestimated, underappreciated wrestler. Really, he was very good in his own right. However, when you link up with the rest of the Radicals, the rest of Benoit and Malenko and Eddie Guerrero, you are going to be sort of left to the background, I suppose, if you look at it that way. We know how good they are, don't we? Look how agile Cronus was for a big man. Incredible. Into the pin he goes, but referee was too slow getting down, but Mustafa Saeed slides in the ring and bonks him on the head with a steel chair. Cronus is back up on his feet, but the damage has been done, and here he is now taking Mustafa Saeed as Perry Saturn now. Nice German suplex on New Jack. Cronus now going for the super duperplex to the outside. Yes, he does. Okay. That leaves Saturn in the middle of the ring on his own. He's going to go out there and try and pick up Mustafa Saeed, bring him back in to try and get that pin done early as possible. No, he's not. He's going to go for a big maneuver on the outside. He's going to go... Oh, wow. Falcon Arrow. Spinning Falcon Arrow. Absolutely smashed the head of Mustafa Saeed into the mat, and now the battle commences. Of course, this is a very ECW style match. All four of these guys in ECW, all four of them were at one point ECW Tag Team Champions. Were they Tag Team Champions? I don't know. I've got a feeling that Cronus and New Jack maybe might have been Tag Team Champions together, or... I've got a feeling, so I might need to check on that one, but yeah, so I might need to check on that, but New Jack clotheslines Cronus to the outside, and now heading up onto the top before going to dive down with a double axe handle. Cronus was able to avoid it. A back elbow in the face now, and Cronus... Nice gut wrench suplex. And Cronus handspring into the moonsault. So agile for a big man. He's mad, isn't he, really? Big elbow in the knee. And a big flapjack there by New Jack. A flap New Jack, if you will. Maybe not. That's a terrible phrase, isn't it? So I'm going to try and avoid that. Perry Saturn taking up Mustafa Said on the other side, and it is very one-sided at the moment. Perry Saturn in the ring now, looking to try and finish off Mustafa Said. There's the pin. New Jack slides back in and breaks it up. Cronus was a little bit too slow. Perry Saturn avoiding Mustafa Said, big boot in the side of the head. Up on the shoulders and oh, knee first in the face, but oh, is that Steiner screwdriver all of a sudden? A freaking Steiner screwdriver, then into that big corkscrew senton. Wow. You've got to go for the pin here, Cronus, surely. Surely Cronus has got to go for the pin. He does finally, but New Jack's back up now. And I think that's going to be enough time for him to break it up. It is. Nice twist there by Perry Saturn, now bringing Mustafa Said once again up to his feet. Big corkscrew takedown once again by Cronus into the pin. New Jack is there still though to break it up. Cronus up on top. Oh, nice. Someone's got to go for a pin here. The Eliminators are doing so well, they need to finish them off. As Perry Saturn now into the brainbuster. Cronus taking Mustafa Said up. There's the pin. Surely this is going to be enough for the Eliminators to go through. No, it's a 2. German suplex there by Mustafa Said, but Perry Saturn's there now to work over Said. Up on the shoulders into the Death Valley driver. Saturn now looking to take Mustafa Said up again. Drives him down with the Falcon Arrow. There's the pin. This could actually be enough because New Jack's got his back to it, and it is! New Jack had his back to it while Cronus was distracting him with the elbows and the head, and that was enough for the pinfall victory by Perry Saturn on Mustafa Said. And the Eliminators move through to round number 3 of the Dusty Classic. Well, there we go. A very hard-fought match, this one. Not one-sided by any stretch of the imagination. The Eliminators move through. Who will they be facing in the next round? We're about to find out as we go into the ICP. The Insane Clown Posse up against the Inner City Machine Guns. And here we go then. The Inner City Machine Guns versus the Insane Clown Posse. We, of course, have got Ricochet and Rich Swann going up against the Insane Clown Posse. Shaggy 2 Dope and Violent J. That's Violent J in the top left-hand corner, currently clubbing Rich Swann, while Shaggy 2 Dope has been pinned to the ground here by Ricochet. And, yeah, it'd be an interesting one. Of course, the winner of this one we already know is going to get the Eliminators in the next round. In the previous round, then, the Inner City Machine Guns knocked out the Motor City Machine Guns. Of course, a team of Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. And the Insane Clown Posse had a big surprise win as they defeated Mr. Brody Lee and Preston Vance, or number 10 of the Dark Order. So it was quite surprising for me. So Shaggy and Ricochet continue on in the ring. Violent J and Rich Swann on the outside. Shaggy trying to get the pin on Ricochet on the inside. Of course, not quite enough yet. Got to admire the guy's opportunities. You've got to admire him trying. Ricochet now, nice. Regalplex, hook in the leg with a backdrop suplex. Rich Swann now flattens Violent J face first. That's incredible strength by Rich Swann. Now we've got on tomorrow's episode. Oh, it's a big one tomorrow. We've got the Chosen Bros, Jeff Cobb and Matt Riddle versus the Mexa Squad. Bandito and Ray Horus? Or Bandito and Flamita. I can't remember which one I did, to be honest, but we'll figure it out. And we'll also have Ring Kampf, which was Timothy Thatcher and Walter going up against the team of The Miz and John Morrison. As Rich Swann almost getting the free count early on against Violent J, and Swann again heading up to the top, looking to add more offense. While Ricochet continues to dominate Shaggy on the outside. Rich Swann got caught into a jackknife powerbomb. Never the most fun thing to get caught in, was it really? Wrenching back at the neck there by Violent J, and Ricochet's there to break it up. Rich Swann now with a pin on Violent J, only a 2 count. Shaggy's back up to his feet now as well. Shaggy. Ricochet with a Poison Rana on Shaggy to dope. Brings him back up to a standing pace, but Shaggy fighting back with the arm breaker. The big strikes in the corner, but Ricochet fights back. Rich Swann from behind gets him up on the shoulders and drops him into an ace crusher. And he rolls to the outside. Very smart from two guys that are not necessarily massively experienced in wrestling. Very smart to roll to the outside of the ring once you've just been hit by a big maneuver like that. And Rich Swann continues to hit the big maneuvers. Dropping Shaggy face first, but Violent J now taking Rich Swann up into a pile driver. Brutality. And all of a sudden, the Insane Clown Posse have taken control of this match. Club and Bone inside the face of Ricochet. I'm sure this was going to walk past my window. Peculiar. Shaggy now with the flip powerbomb. I forgot what it's called now. It's got a special name, hasn't it? Code Red? Is it the Code Red? I think it's the Code Red. Shaggy now sends Ricochet back into the ring. Going to drop into the pin. Violent J pushing Rich Swann over, blocking him off. Luckily for him, though, Ricochet was able to kick out as Violent J just pop-up power bombs Rich Swann. Shaggy's up on top now and does catch Ricochet, who almost got out the way. Shaggy once again up top, dropping the big leg drop on Ricochet. And that could be enough for him to go for the pin. It is. 2. Is he going to get there in time? No, Rich Swann does not get there in time, and the Insane Clown Posse get the win. Okay. Was not expecting that victory, but the Insane Clown Posse do get the win anyway. Rich Swann was just too slow, which is not something you would ever normally say about Rich Swann, was it? You would normally never say that Rich Swann was too slow, but there you go, he was. Tonight was just not his night. And there we go. The Insane Clown Posse move on to face off against the Eliminators in round number 3 of the Dusty Classic. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Of course, if you have, hit the like, subscribe, all the other good stuff, and I will see you again later for our next episode, or tomorrow, should I say, for our next episode of the Dusty Classic. Good night, God bless, all the other good stuff. Auf Wiedersehen, Tati Buys, and the other stuff. Good night. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye.